Reasons not to use Squarespace to build your own website. Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be telling you a little bit about Squarespace, and I'm going to be telling you its pros and cons, and I'm going to give a few personal reasons why I believe that Squarespace is not the best website builder tool out there for you to build your own website. So let's just jump into it. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the quantity of effects and templates and stuff like that. So we all know that Squarespace is a very amazing website, but what it lacks is creativity. I mean, you can create amazing websites on Squarespace, but there is always a lack of effects and animations and stuff like that. I mean, compared to Wix or other website builder tools out there, Squarespace lacks a few effects. So that is a thing, and I believe that they can easily fix that, but because they didn't do it, that's what makes it a little bit frustrating. It's not a big deal. I mean, you can still create amazing websites like these, but there is always feeling in your heart and a thought in your mind that maybe you could do this, maybe you can add a little effect over here, maybe add a few animations, but you just can't seem to do that, and it really is frustrating, guys. So that was reason number one. Reason number two is lack of extensions. So if you come over here at the top in the products, and over here if we click on extensions, this is how the website will look like. And over here, as we can see, we don't have a lot of extensions. I mean, we have a lot, but compared to other websites, there aren't a whole lot of them. And if you want to use more extensions and other tools that can help your website be a little bit better, you'd have to use Zapier or other tools like it, and that costs money. And the whole reason why we're on Squarespace is because it's free and we can make amazing websites for free. But if we don't find extensions that can help us create amazing websites, well, then what is the point? I feel like they can add more extensions into Squarespace, but I think they just chose not to. Maybe they're having difficulty with its scripts or whatever website builder tools out there. There are a lot of website builder tools that have extensions, and they are more, I mean, compared to Wix and Weebly and Shopify, Squarespace just doesn't have that type of quantity, I guess. So if we come over here at the category, as you can see, we don't have a lot. So we have shipping and fulfillments, we have finance, inventory and product, sales and marketing, and that's just basically it. That's the whole list. That's all the categories there are. And if you look at it, there's not a whole lot of extensions as well. There are a couple of extensions, and some of them are useful, some of them aren't even that great as well. So that was reason number two. So reason number one was lack of creativity. Reason number two is lack of extensions and expandability. Now let's move on to the third, and the most important, in my opinion, is the most important aspect of a website, and that is always need to be number one. So the third is the speed. Now we all know that it's difficult to maintain speed in websites such as Squarespace or Wix.com, because they're basically websites themselves, and they're creating different websites and loading scripts and stuff like that, and that takes time, which is understandable. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that they could have done better. They could make it faster if they wanted to. I mean, let's just go ahead and check out this place. Let's just check it out over here. So over here in the cons section, over here, as you can see, this is Squarespace, and over here it says page speed, and now it's in the cons section, which means that it is a bad thing. So over here, as you can see, their template scores low ratings by Google's page speed tool, which could lead to a poor user experience on smartphones and possibly harm your search engine, which is exactly what is wrong with Squarespace. It is slow. It is like a turtle. As much as I love it, it's just slow, which breaks my heart, because this website is a really good website. I have a lot of fun creating website. It's simple, it's effective, and it doesn't try to overcomplicate things. But I feel like sometimes you need to add more. You need to have more to make a better website. Like compared to Wix.com, Wix is also slow, and I think Wix is slower than Squarespace, but it compensates its speed by giving other effects and other features, such as quantity of effects on it. The way you build a website on Wix, you can't make on any other website building tool. It's easy, and it's just as easy as Squarespace, but because it has more options and features on it, it compensates its speed for that. But in comparison to Squarespace, Squarespace doesn't have any features, doesn't have any extensions, and is slow. So that is a major no-no in my opinion, and it only has one sub navigations. So Squarespace is not suitable for larger websites that require deep menu hierarchy. This also makes it impossible to create multilingual websites with Squarespace. What that basically boils down to is how you can have more options in Squarespace on your website. You can have more effects, and let me show you guys. So as you can see, I've added these folders. Now I want to create a subfolder. Okay, now I'll take this page and I'll drop it under the folder, and it will create a sub page. But I wanted a sub page within a sub page, such as another page within a page. I can have more sub pages, but I can't add it into the sub page as well, which is very annoying. You should be able to edit your website however you want it, which I think is very petty. It's just my opinion. If you don't mind having more sub pages, that's totally fine. But I feel like for someone who's trying to create a more professional looking, more in-depth website, I think that person should have this option available for him to create a awesome looking website. Now moving back to speed, now as I mentioned before, it had a low rating speed. And another thing that I really hate, and I've also experienced, is this con over here, the usability of the website editor. Now what that basically means is that there are a couple of aspects that we would all like to see improved. For example, that instead of saving your work after you've made a change, it should save by itself. Basically, it should have an autosave feature, but it doesn't. When you make a change, you have to save it, otherwise it won't take effect, which I think is a big no-no in my opinion. I mean, when you make a change, it should automatically be saved. Like, it's not that much to ask. It's not a very high request. You should be able to autosave your own feature. I mean, it's 2021, guys. You should be able to have an autosave feature on your website tool, but unfortunately Squarespace doesn't. So if you make changes and for some reason something happens, like your computer, like your power goes out or your computer gets shut down, your website will not have been saved. You'll have to do the entire thing all over again, which is very annoying, and it is a very hectic thing to go through. Like, once you created a website, you know it's perfect, but it just didn't save, and when you try to recreate it, you just simply can't recreate it again. I mean, you will remember it, but because of that frustration, you won't be able to focus, and you won't be able to create such a as good of a website as you wanted to, which I think they should fix. So let me go back to the speed, and which I think is more important. Like, not having an autosave feature, totally fine. Not having more navigations or sub navigations, it's fine as well. But having low speeds, that's not fine. Now, I think they should really fix their servers and scripts to make the website load faster. So I think that should be their top priority at this point. Let's just go and compare it with other websites. So over here, as you can see, we have a lot of different websites over here. So we have Vulsion, we have Jimdo, we have BigCommerce, Webnode, Weebly, Squarespace, and Shopify. So if you take a look at this, the mobile time to interactive is 12 seconds, which is a lot. I mean, you have to wait 12 seconds for a page to load, and for Weebly it's 10 seconds, and for Webnode it's 8 seconds. For BigCommerce it's 8 seconds as well. Only Vulsion has the fastest time over here, but I feel like that is because these websites are more simple. They don't have a lot of effects or scripts or stuff like that, which I think is also pretty nice, but I think they can cut down their time to at least 8 seconds. I mean, Webnode is also a pretty good website, but it's not as good as Squarespace, but it's faster than Squarespace, which is heartbreaking because Squarespace is such an amazing website. I would like to see this improvement made as soon as possible, guys. And if you were wondering, down below we have Wix, and its responsive time is even worse. It's 20 seconds, which is just awful, but it does make up for its lack of speed with other functionality and stuff like that, which is why it is rated higher than all the other websites in my opinion, and it's better than all of them as well. But that speed just kills the mood and it kills the vibe of your website. So that is all the things that I wanted to share with you guys. The first one was creativity. It lacks creativity. The second one was it lacks extensions, meaning you won't have a broader reach for your website and your business. And the third one was slow web pages. And the fourth one was having low number of sub pages. So these were the 4 reasons that I wanted to tell you guys about before you wanted to make a website on Squarespace. Now, you'd have to understand that this whole review, this whole pro and con thing, that was all for personal use. That is all my opinion. No one told me to say all these things. Those were all what I've genuinely felt when I was working on Squarespace, and I feel like they can do better, and they're just nearly there yet, but it's it's just not enough to put it at the top. It's nearly there, but it's not at the top as of right now. So that was it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on post notification, guys. So that is it for this video, guys. I will catch you guys in the next video, and until then, take care and goodbye.